Jumbo, fellow adventurers, Mike Dooley, time for a spiritual tune-up. This one on heartbreak. Oh, who hasn't been there? I've had my share. Mike, how to get over heartbreak. I've got a couple of little parameters to share with you that are so important. And then I'm going to share with you an epiphany of mine that helped me in my life profoundly. So I'm going to save the best for last. You got to hang in there and watch the whole thing. First off, initial parameter. Nothing is meant to be. Nothing is supposed to happen. You're not even supposed to be in a relationship. Neither are you supposed to be single. It is what it is. Enjoy your life. Sometimes you're surrounded by friends. Sometimes you're all alone. Sometimes you're madly in love. Sometimes you are loved back. With each of the parameters in our life, it is up to us to choose joy and to be our own source of happiness, to give ourselves permission to be happy without what other people are thinking about. Invariably, all pain in these sacred jungles of time and space arises from misunderstandings. Misunderstanding truth, not necessarily misunderstanding somebody else, although that's a whole nother ball game, but pain arises when you misunderstand something about you, your magnificence, the infinite possibilities that lie ahead in this eternal adventure through the cosmos. If you think there's a goodbye or partings, or that you've been made less, or that you can't be fully realized without somebody in your life, oh my God, what better way to learn of such foolish notions than to go through that and see that you come out just fine on the other end. Can't tell you how many times I wondered in the depths of heartbreak if I would ever be happy again. And then sure enough, whether it's a month or in maybe the worst case, about a year, I was not only happy again, I was happier than I had ever been, which seemed utterly impossible in the depths of my heartbreak. No, this was the last chance. This was the only one. Now I'm getting too old. Everything's changing. This would have been just the best of the best, but they failed, or I failed, or something went wrong, and now I'll never have another chance. You will wonder, as I have wondered, was I really that upset? That I really couldn't eat food? That I was throwing up? That I lost 20 pounds? Me? And you'll be like, what was I on, man? That I was so delusional. And then I realized I escaped with my life. Thank goodness that didn't happen. Thank goodness it didn't continue. I even knew then that it was a broken relationship, but I wanted more than anything to be in it. How delusional, how lost, how confused is that? This is always the case. Now, here is what I've been saving the best for last in this little tune-up. Sometimes when I have my own revelations and epiphanies, I will excitedly pour them out into a note from the universe. And so here is one such note that came from my own heartache. Quote, while it's often fashionable to dwell upon what might have been, what's usually overlooked is that really and truly, it couldn't have. Because invariably, any romanticized versions of how things might have been are based upon fictionalized versions of the past. Be glad things went as they did. You still have forever. The universe. This is the case when you think, oh my God, if only things could have gone this way. Big lie. It's based upon a false version of the past you lived through. You thought he was all that. You thought she would see the light. You thought that you would be happy forever and ever. You were wrong in all of those instances, yet based on those fallacies, you think you could now be in happily ever after, if only. All of that is a lie. There is no such thing as him being the way you thought he was. He wasn't. Or you'd be there right now together with him happily ever after. He was not that guy. She was not that girl. Nor would anybody ever be that person, because the ultimate folly, the ultimate mistake is needing somebody's approval to feel good about yourself. As joyful as you had ever been in their company, you could be that happy and more in your own. And when you get that happy and more in your own, you are going to be a magnet for new, better, healthier relationships than you were ever in before, when you saw yourself as flawed and needing to be handled the way the other person you thought was handling you. You know, somebody else was overlooking your imperfections. Somebody else was, catering to your needs. So, fellow adventurers, you could not be more lovable. You could not be more poised for the best of your life. You could not be more radiant in your aloneness than you are now. You just need to see it. Stop fictionalizing the past. Start seeing the truth of your beauty and potential in the moment. And then go out with a glad heart, or give yourself another week or month or year or 10 to grieve until you finally see the light of day. Stop letting this old relationship hijack your life. It was not what you thought it was. It never could be that. He never, she never lived up to it, nor were you ready, because you were giving away too much of your power. When you see the truth, you're free. Your heartbreak can be healed in an instant. Anything that's bringing you down, bumming you out, making you feel depressed, can be gone in an instant when you see the truth. So ask yourself, what am I not seeing that's there? How else can I approach this situation? How else can I see the truth of what happened? How else can I see the truth of where I am today? And you will then live happily ever after. Thank you so much for the opportunity to answer these amazing questions. Post your questions below on Facebook or Instagram the day of a live event, and they could be my talking point for the next day, or certainly in the days that follow. I also want to remind all of you that my Infinite Possibilities Train the Trainer program is coming up in like 9 days. There's financial aid, there's scholarships. It's normally like $1,000. It's the cheapest certification program on the internet, delivered in a metaphysical realm for 4 days. Anybody will benefit and become a faster manifester. And if you then want to share the truth with others, as I do, if you feel that passion about what's going on and who we really are, you will have not only my talking points, my PowerPoints, my stories, with a royalty-free license for life, but you'll be able to add to this material your own insights. Plus, there's a huge community. It is a beautiful thing. We have 2,000 plus certified trainers in 42 countries, reaching those who have not yet been reached. And whether you're a coach or a speaker or never did anything like that, this program alone will enrich your life and then speed up your manifestations. All right, fellow life adventurers, lots of love from Orlando, Florida. Look forward, can't wait until tomorrow when we do another spiritual tune-up. Right now, I'm going to get ready for my Infinite Possibilities membership program, Cultivating Optimism, 30 minutes. That's on the TUT website. Go to Infinite Possibility membership. Hasta la pronto. Hasta pronto. Hasta luego. Kathy, Nelson, Megan on Facebook. Bye.